What's up, guys? I am going to get underway here momentarily. We'll do some players, Sawgrass. First look at this. Oh, good, my links are working. Be able to pull that up. I'm going to, real quick, try to send this information to Notebook. Be this. I think I got the chat up. Oh, I thought I had it. There it is, maybe. Yeah, what's up? How's it going? I'm getting all this set up now. You should be good. I'm going to jump on and start doing some holes here. My first look at this, I've yet to see, but I'm very familiar with this course from back in the day. I'm going to keep working through Expert here. Let's take a look at what this looks like. Sawgrass used to be on a ton of the old console Tiger Woods games. I've played this numerous times. This looks like hole number 1. Like actual hole number 1. I think they jump around a little bit. I don't know if I'll recognize every single one because their art's so different. Looking at Golf Clash art, it's very cartoony. So it's weird. This like takes me back to like the 90s, 2000, it feels like. Like it's kind of like a throwback. Plus the scaling of this kind of loosely looks like Sawgrass. Not like actually looks like Sawgrass. Let's see what this drive looks like. Not sure what to expect. That looked pretty good. Yeah, so it looks like you can almost get up to this green. So this looks like a good opportunity. It doesn't really seem like they tried to lengthen this one or anything. So that's cool. It looks like kind of just a precision ring pull. Thinking 7, maybe a little bit more. Let's see what this looks like. Not nearly as, still not bad. Didn't take near the same path as my opponent, but looks pretty good. I think we should have a pretty straight-in pitch over here. So I got outdrove just a tad. But all that looks pretty good. Nathan, tough. I guess I used to really be a Golf Clash player, and I just feel anymore. You know, things are just changing. I still come back on here. It's more of like appreciation streams more so than anything. You know, they developed kind of a cool concept, but, you know, for me personally, the game, you know, what is this, 7, 8 years now? It's the same game. They don't really do it very much creative. It's just kind of, you know, pump and dump, do more tournaments with the occasional thrown in new course like this, for example. However, this, you know, doesn't necessarily remind me of the Sawgrass that I know. which is from the console games. So even going back to, the 90s, the graphics look completely different than this. And in my opinion, more realistic. So it's like different though, because for what this game is, it's fine. It's fine to come on in here and play. It's very easy. As you can see, we can get through these rather easily. Um, it's decent to be able to work through some of these, and more than anything, I come back for some of the fans that just want to see some content, because I get these messages all the time from people just like saying, oh, to come back. And I don't think I'll ever come back to what I used to do, 4 or 5 accounts. Like, that's just never going to happen. But just to come and hang out, do some content, yeah, sure. Like, it's pretty fun. It's definitely good to do it for the people. Like, that's more so than why I'm here than Golf Clash itself. If I had to compare, and choose one or the other, I would pick the more realistic game. But, that's just me, and that's preference. But there you can see we're able to get number 1. I might just try to end up qualifying today. Probably makes the most sense. Let's see. It looks like this is going to be a wood. So let me try to get my bag set up. There's this. Thinking at least max here. It looks like it may be a little bit downhill. Maybe max plus 10. I'll probably try. It looks like the ball might be cutting pretty hard to the right. So we got to try to compensate for that. And that's probably just the side spin that he put. I'm also going to try to pick a flat spot if I can. Something like this. Keep the ball guide through the hole. Seven, 6, 8, 5. Perfect ball. Let's see how this goes. Looks like it's cutting just not quite enough. So you can see what I did with my setup there. It looks like it worked. Maybe just a tad more backspin, and that's probably the perfect line. Or alternatively, if I'm going to bring it in with that speed, I just need to be just a little bit more to the right with the guide. Yeah, quad 4, it's just one of those things, I guess. I feel like I understand the concept of this game and like the way the physics work and stuff like that. That's probably what makes it easier to make it look easy. Even though I'm not necessarily like the most refined player that you'll see, comparatively to some of these top guys who are just, basically grinding out all these matches. If you get that, instead of like following a recipe, of something somebody else did and posted, a guide to follow, it's a lot easier to get better at the game, I feel, if you master the concepts other than, just saying, oh, I'm supposed to aim here, put my ball guide here, do this, and the ball's going to get close. Like, that doesn't really teach you concepts. It's just kind of more of like shot rehearsal and just knowing if you hit it here, go this number of rings, the ball will do this. So I think you'll find more stronger knowledge just being able to master concepts more so than that. And that's the only reason that I can even play these somewhat decent. Yeah, I appreciate those. Like, I still keep up with Notebook and everything and try to, you know, at least keep up with what people say and add and contribute into the groups. I just kind of follow along. Oh wow, look at this. This is not the easiest. This is another hole that no, this is this the par 5? Is this 9? This might be hole 9. Thinking of maybe doing a Lumineer, getting over to the other side, something along the lines of that. Lumineer might be too much. Back off of it or something. We got there. I'm not sure what it's going to look like over here. I don't know if this is a good shot, if it's a bad shot. I was worried about the tree. When you actually used to play the old Tiger Woods games, you really couldn't go over to that other side. So what I did really was not even possible. You pretty much had to play this over to this left fairway here. And that tree was always a little bit in the way, but you would play it more off the fairway. We'll see what it looks like because it looks like the pin that they chose is like really, really tucked. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get over there easily or not. See if that holds up. Looks like it did. That looks like a very clean look. So that might even be a decent way of playing it. I just don't know if it might get a little bit long out of range. Yeah, see, this is not the easiest. It's like I tried to shortcut, but it doesn't help you in any way. Unfortunately. Pretty good. Just needed to hit that just a tiny bit shorter. I can say that definitely going over to the other side was not beneficial in any way. If I would have just did what my opponent did, I would have had clean look, just would have needed to use like a KM ball to have a little bit more extension. It looks like they can still get up there. Ugh, he hit the tree. You got to watch out for that. It seems like a little bit longer off the tee, make it just a little bit easier. Now it's going to be a little bit of a scramble. Catch your perfect ball from the bunker. Not going to be the easiest. What's up, Cash? How's it going? Maybe we got in here so far 20 some people. So thanks for popping in. Just kind of hanging out a little bit, guys. Gonna work through these. Try to put up a decent qualifier. And I'll try to play through. I did finish my weekend round. I'm hoping to get out of this tier 2 at some point in expert. So that's kind of my goal, is make sure that I play. I think I'll be able to get around to playing this round on Saturday, I believe. I used to hate these because, if you're tied up on a Saturday, you have to play it on Saturday. So I think these are a lot of the ones that I ended up missing and just not qualifying for I qualified, but then on the Saturday couldn't shoot my round because I just couldn't get around to playing the 9 holes. but I think I'll be able to this Saturday, as long as I remember. Sometimes I forget to play. This is, I believe this used to be hole number 4. Very short par 4. Was somewhat drivable on the old console games, so you could drive this hole. I'm going to try to get this down as far as I can. Just short of 7 rings. Perfect ball. This is making it seem like this is in the water. Well, that's a learning experience. So apparently you can overtop spin this, or you need to just kind of gently roll it through the rough. We'll see if I can still get birdie and manage to salvage this. I was hoping to get it down there just kind of as close as possible, and even if it went into the rough there, it would have held up and not gone in the water, but apparently that's not the case. Let's see what this one looks like. A little bit different line than mine. No, you didn't put all that top spin on there. I'm still going to play it the same way. I'm going to try to get it down there as far as possible. Ah, it's a great ball this time. I'm sure it's going to stay out. I'm trying to get it up here kind of as close as possible. Maybe to min thorn would be even good. I'm not sure if I did that. I think that bounce that I just got off the rough is going to make this just a little bit tougher. I probably needed to get more fairway roll and get that a little bit farther. I don't think I brought thorn to this hole. Would have probably been nicer if my opponent made that. Just made it easy for me, but let's try to earn it. Here's the min. Here's the min value. I'd kind of like to go for the dunk, but I feel just a little far. Wow, look at how all over the place this fairway is. I'm going to land on the fringe here. Maybe 10%. 4-3. Just short. Just a hair short on my ring adjustment. So threw away a shot there. What I like about par is they're kind of like birdies, just in the sense that if you get to that next score, you have tiebreaker over all the birdies with that par. But I didn't get to the -6 number. That's the only downside. This is, I believe, hole 11. Not sure what the game plan will be here with Golf Clash Logic. I know you never used to be able to go for the home run shot, but you may be able to on the Golf Clash version. I'm not sure. It feels like you can go for this, but maybe not that wind angle. This is not going to be the most favorable. So I feel like the tree's going to be in the way for your approach. Guess we're going to add some extra topspin, try to get it down as far as we can on this fairway. Let's see if this works. Keep rolling. Yep. So it looks like looks like distance is the secret there. It's going to get you a little bit past that tree. I might have to adjust into the tree though, unless I drive that a little bit farther. So you might want to try to get up there just a little bit longer than I did. I didn't use any overpower, plus I also didn't pull back up the max. So if I started that at what, like +8 or something, you could definitely get that a little bit longer. Oh, so all that curl made it kind of overhook. And as a result, you could see opponent, a slight mistake. Oh, this is close to max. I'll do this like this. Very close to max, 95%, 92. Just a little bit offset with my guide for wind effect there. Let's see if we can't get a stroke back here. Nope, still not enough. And usually I feel like these short irons don't get nearly this much wind effect, and I've missed both of those crosswind pitches light. I was light on both of my adjustments. And I feel like it usually doesn't have a ton of wind effect, but today it does. Might have something to do with going over the water on both of those. I'm not 100% sure. But whatever it is, it looks like, you know, somewhere around an extra 10% on both of those adjustments for the last two short iron shots. They're definitely very makeable. I'd say both of those, you should expect to get both of them. I'll try to keep that in mind. I don't really feel like qualifying tomorrow, so I guess my goal is to still just try to get through today if I can help it anyway. If I don't make it, then I'll be trying to get 4 and 5 tomorrow. Ugh. So both of these fives, I think, you know, not the easiest that they could be. I think there's a better strategy that, I can play that first. The second one was pretty good. This is a par 3. This looks like, it's hard to tell the creek. I feel like, I don't know, maybe hole 8. Not 100% sure. I don't even know what the approach is going to be. This hole, if it is the one that I'm thinking about in real life, is very long and definitely not Golf Clash-esque type hole. There's no fairway bounce up on this in real life, if it's that hole that I'm thinking of. It might be hole 3. This might be 3. Kind of. It's one of those two, I think. Chris, I think I wound up being 4th, I believe. 4th position. What would 4th look like? A top 10 or something? Like one of these? I'm not sure. Yep, this one. 4th place. There was somebody who tied me that got the tiebreaker over me. So I was close to getting a little bit of boosted stuff, but didn't quite pull it off. This is in between clubs. I don't like this hole. It's like a guardian shot or something by the feel of things. I would probably try guardian for this one. Over pull here. Go about 12 rings. It's very close to the max line. Just over the cup. Offset plus 40. Pretty crazy. Hole 7, straight tailwind. This one looks like there was one on the back that used to be a short par 4. It looks like this. I'm thinking hole 12 rings a bell. Hole 12 at Sawgrass. Yeah, that's another idea, is a quasar for sure. You could shorten your power. I didn't like the way that fairway looked up there. I was thinking about hitting that shot until I saw that the fairway was just way too jacked. I'm not sure what hole this is. Doesn't... Oh, you know what? This might be one of the ones on the back. No, I'm not sure. I don't easily recognize this. I bet you we can land to that fairway, but I don't know what the spin to use. If we do, this is going to be a guess based off of the guide, which looks pretty good. I think this is going to get there, but I'm going to tighten bot just to make sure. It took off some of that side spin. I forgot. That would have been a little bit better had it kept that other bar on there. And I forgot about that. I should have curled it. Yeah, as soon as I switched balls, I realized I did that. Well, I didn't realize it until I actually saw it going right. But yeah, that totally changed my spin. So, should have curled it some. That looks pretty good. No, didn't put spin on it. I should have checked what his spin was. I used backspin. He probably didn't realize I used backspin. Perfect ball. There we go. We got at least one of these. Pretty straightforward. You should be able to get on the green there pretty easily on that hole with that tailwind. Ugh, must have overplayed it or something. I wasn't quite paying attention there, but little edger. Sucks to miss that one. I feel like it's kind of a freebie that they give you, especially once you figure out where you're supposed to aim and everything. This is hole number 2 for sure. Let's see how this one plays. This one always was kind of a tight little, unless the pin was over on the left. It was always definitely a little bit tight to play this one. The console games were a little bit different. You could play more backspin than you can on Golf Clash. I feel like Golf Clash doesn't really let you do like they created their concept for everything to be bounce up shots as opposed to actual golf, which would be like land in front of the hole, stop it, which is what the old console games used to do, which is coincidentally also the way that pretty much Ultimate Golf physics work. It's more of, this is real ball flight. So it's a different mindset, different player, and that's why I think that sometimes players prefer, like especially if they really like Golf Clash physics, well, there's a chance that you won't like real golf physics because it's more of you're playing like stop shots versus bounce it off the fairway, roll it up there. It's like two different styles of gameplay. I like to do both. Both are kind of interesting. I have no clue what to do here whatsoever. Like, this seems crazy to me. Let me try to figure this out. Honestly, I think the answer is hook slice, but I don't know how to do it. That's the problem. This is just a real fast aim version of hook slice, which it's already hit the fairway. That's a good thing. Too bad I didn't hold that fairway, but that is a lot better than it could have been. Like if I did the opposite, like where my opponent is. This has got to be kind of nasty over here. Yeah, Marvin, for sure. I agree with that hook approach. And you can say, surprisingly enough, you can actually overhook it, which is basically what I did. Like it was probably a good aim, but you can actually curl it hard enough against the wind. If I would have used just a little bit less topspin, I would have kept that in the fairway. Yeah, that's just trouble to trouble. Well, maybe for his benefit, I'll make this. What are we thinking? Maybe like 80, 90%, somewhere like that. Gonna go almost 6. Ah, that ain't going in. No way. Probably had a chance. I should have checked down and tried that. What would that have been? What'd you say? Minus 30 Razor Max? What would that have said? Oh, I forget. I don't remember what the win value was. I won't even be able to check it. I think my adjustment was decent if I would have caught the perfect ball. We'll take it. What do we got? One more hole. This is 17. Okay. Oh, you know what? I probably need it. Well, it is wind in the face, but I'm assuming maybe this is some kind of guardian on this hole or something. Oh, it's a long iron. Cool. I thought I remember playing this with a wood on the golden shot, but maybe I might be losing it. It probably was a long iron. Let's see. Opponent, you know, it's not gonna. His shot's not gonna help me at all. I'm not using a wind 5 or anything near it, so I'm not even gonna bother. Oh, I should have set my ball up though. So I gotta change my ball. Wow, that looked like it landed short, but it also looked like he didn't put it fully up to the shot circle and kind of short hit it unintentionally. Plus 30 at true club. Okay. Let's try that. That's probably ballpark about what I was going to do with some offset, give or take. Thinking something along the lines of that. I don't like this at all. Very glitchy fairway. Ah. Not happening. But it is what it is. It's quad 4. It's basically just an issue with the way B-52 flies. It flies higher than it's in the air longer than most short irons. It flies higher. Like it's just something you always have to overplay for whatever reason. Like think of plus 20% as like the standard overplay. You just like, that's like flat B52, 20%. Like, that's just what you have to do with that club to get the ring count to map out the way that you want it to. So I really didn't do much overplay, but it also went over water. So keep in mind, it's not going over ground, it's going over water. So it does require some sort of overplay as a result. 13 under, not too bad, not too good. Overall, not overly satisfied. I would have liked to have cleaned up 4 and 5 specifically. I think there's a lot of potential here. So, hopefully you guys can put together some good scores. Let me know how you guys do, whether it be in Notebook or in the comment section. I'll try to keep up. Best luck out there, guys, and see you guys next time. I might come back on Saturday if you guys are interested. So best of luck out there. Let me know how it goes, and see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in. See you guys. Oh, wrong place.